So after we've created a bar setup, it's time to create a sample. We're going to open the new sample window and we're going to follow through this wizard here. So our sample type is already set to compression. So let's see, we're going to create sample 13 first, and it has parameters that are listed in this text file. So let's name it 013 and put in these parameters here. So these parameters here are required. These ones that are grayed out are not required. And then these ones here are completely optional for whatever custom parameters you have. So I have these parameters here that I want to fill in. So we're shooting 7075 T6 aluminum. The 12-inch striker bar at a speed 69.63. So after we've filled in these parameters, we're going to add a bar setup to our sample. So we go here and we can see the bar setup that we created with a strain gauge at 36 inches to the sample on each bar. So we select that bar setup and we're ready to go to the next page. So from here, we are going to load the data file for the sample. So there's a wizard here that should allow you to load any data file. So we're going to go to 13 and grab this data file with the voltage values. So we select the time column and specify that it's in milliseconds. And then we're going to click each column and tell the program what it is. So this is incident strain gauge voltage, and it's the incident strain gauge, and it's millivolts. This is transmission strain gauge, that strain gauge, also millivolts. In order to not do that process again, you can save an interpreter. You'll see why that's handy on the next sample. So from there we get an incident pulse, reflected pulse, and a transmission pulse. So we go next, and then we're going to trim the data and get only the data we want. But first, this isn't zeroed correctly, but we can easily fix that. In this modifiers tab, we can just apply a 0 modifier. And then we can use the auto select feature to automatically find where this event begins. So when we run this, it gives you a wizard to help the algorithm find a good spot. And the first place that it chose there is good. So that's our incident pulse selection. And then also we're going to have to zero this. This is a reflected pulse. And to set the beginning of this, we can actually use the bar setup. So it does the math to find that beginning. And also for the transmission, we're going to do a 0. And then we're going to use the auto select tool again to find the beginning. So we just click run auto select and finds the beginning class. So that's all we're going to do here. Now we want to save this. you can make a folder tree for all your samples to organize it. This is for one workspace. So if we save that, okay, so that's the first sample you've created. You're done creating this sample. It's saved, and if you close this down and load it back up, you can save the file.